Good evening. Kirk Langner here with Langner Storm Spotting out of Shaler, Iowa. I'm just going to briefly go over some of the things that we expect to see this weekend as far as the ice storm. I'm not going to go into very much detail tonight because I'm actually working right now. I'm managing the concession stands at my school. But this is just going to be a brief update, so I'm going to zoom through it fast. I will do another update probably tomorrow afternoon or early evening. And then once again, I'll do an update on Sunday. But we're going to get straight into it here. We're going to go to my screen share, and we're going to look at this document right here. So, as you can see, northern Iowa, we can expect snow, sleet, freezing rain mix, slick roads and sidewalks. Main thing is going to be difficulty traveling. And then there are also ice accumulations. This is not a most recent one, so that light is probably not accurate. And we are going to see some snow probably on top of that ice, which is going to make conditions even slicker. Central and southern Iowa, freezing rain, some sleet and snow mix, slick with icy roads and sidewalks. Hazardous travel once again. Ice accumulations of up to 1/4 of an inch or higher, which is really, really thick for ice. That's almost detrimental. Very little snow and sleet accumulation. So I'm going to go back here so you can see my wonderful face again. I know that's not what you want. You want the weather, but anyways. So like I said, that's going to be our main threats but this does have the potential to track more north, and it has proven that it's doing that. Since I first started tracking the storm, it has moved more north on a north track than what it was when it was first coming out. So now we're going to go into screen share again, and we're going to look at a different document. This is just showing the watches and warnings. As you can see here in this blue, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. This is Iowa here. Right now, this is a winter storm watch, I believe. And the purple is an ice storm warning. So down in Missouri, it's just right on the border of Iowa. That's your ice storm watch. There's no such, or ice storm warning. There is no such a thing as an ice storm watch. So that is why they put us in the winter weather watch. I think that's what I just said. I'm sorry if I'm not making much sense. I'm very tired today. But yes, I do expect this to be upgraded, especially for southern Iowa. It's still a little bit too far out to be upgraded, but I would look for it to be upgraded by probably Sunday morning. Usually the National Weather Service comes out with new data at 4 a.m. and 4 p.m. So if I would guess by Sunday at 4 a.m., at least the southern, southwestern, south central parts of Iowa are going to be upgraded into that ice storm warning, which is not surprising. So how much are we going to get? I've gotten that question repeatedly. My school friends in one of my classes were asking me what my predictions were going to be. I'm like, well, it's still really too far out to track, to tell exactly what it's going to do, which that's still true today. I mean, it's Friday, and it's not supposed to hit until early to mid Sunday afternoon for Sac County, which is Shaler, where I live. I'm actually in Alta, Iowa right now at my school. But yeah, so as far as totals, we're just kind of guessing right now. I'm going to show you a totals map here in a few minutes, or a few seconds rather. But all I can say is 1 to 2 degrees difference in temperature could be all that is needed for it to not have the accumulation of ice or have more, It's all going to depend on what the temperature is, on whether we get snow and ice or just snow. So it's really too far out for that. But we are expecting to see ice. There's no doubt about it. It's just we don't know how much. for sure. Now we're going to go back into screen share, and I'm going to show you this picture. This is from the Iowa Storm Chasing Network, their prediction, which they're the most accurate people I've found. I've got to know them very well since I've started spotting, and uh, I will say I back their work 150%. As you can see, this would be Woodbury County. This is Ida. This is Sac. Um, so, I mean, it's kind of spotty here. You see 0.31 inches, 0.42 inches, 0.39, 0.42, 0.51. Um, it, it's hard to tell exactly what it's going to do for sure. Like I said, I cannot stress that enough. Who knows? It's Iowa. We may not end up seeing anything, but the way it's looking right now, that's not going to be too promising. So this is the most accurate, up-to-date ice prediction I've had. So we'd probably be expecting to see about 0.25, 0.3 in Sac County here. Once again, it all depends on whether or not it shifts more north or not. Now, if you get down in here into Missouri and Nebraska, you can see right here, if you can follow my cursor, 0.74 inches of ice is possible. Now, that's 3/4 of an inch of ice. That's very detrimental. Yeah, let's just hope that it doesn't come up our way any. So now I'm going to go back and you can see my lovely face again. Just some overview. Roadways, sidewalks, parking lots, etc. are going to be really slippery and fully ice covered. Once again, if you don't have to travel, don't travel. Travel will probably not be recommended. I can guarantee you that right now. Especially after last week's storm, Iowa State Patrol, sheriff's offices, where they were advising no travel, and they actually shut some roads down. Highway 7 was shut down for a while, and we've had multiple snow trucks or snow plows go in the ditch. You know, when they're in the ditch and they can't do their job, it's slick out. As always, check road reports. Go to 511ia.org. They have the up-to-date road reports from the Iowa State Patrol, Sheriff's Departments, snow plows, and you can actually track plows live and see what the conditions are, which is nice. Just some safety tips here, quick, to finish out the video. Once again, don't travel. Stay home. There's no need for you to be out in this weather. Well, not this weather, but the weather to come. Stay away from down power lines and other downed objects like trees, tree branches, if you have to go out. Stay inside and dress in layers. Dress in as many layers as you can so you can stay warm, because we cannot guarantee that the power will not go out. There's not supposed to be high winds, which is a good thing when it comes to ice. But even when the ice builds up on the power lines, they can snap because of how much is on there. And if we're looking at the 0.25 to 0.3 inch range, it's going to be not too pretty. Close off unneeded rooms. Shut the doors. Put towels. Put blankets down so no air can get into your main living space. Have food and water stocked, bottled water, anything that can keep you hydrated and fed. Use extra blankets to stay warm. If your layers aren't enough, make sure you have blankets. Once again, stay warm. Once you're cold, it's going to be harder to warm up than what it is if you just layer up, cover up with blankets, and stay warm. I can't stress that enough. Just like I said, the more layers, the more cover you have, the better. Use candles and flashlights for light if the power does go out. Not only candles for light, but candles for heat too. Now, obviously, you're going to have to be careful. You can't put candles by objects that are going to catch on fire. But they do provide good light, and they do provide a good heat source too. Just a couple in the living room, makes the difference. Just, I know it personally in my house, and my house is really old. So once again, guys, thank you for joining. If you've joined, I got to get back to my job, but I will do another update tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow early evening. If not before then, I might do two updates tomorrow. Just depends on how much difference and how much tracking difference there is. I'll keep you guys updated. Always stay tuned to Langner Storm Spotting -LSS on Facebook, and go to our website. We'll have the warnings up there and all that good stuff. Um, if you have any questions, feel free to message the page. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If not, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.